chaps. This is our last lesson of this, well, I don't know, this is the next lesson. I don't know how I'm going to arrange it in the week. But this is our last, let's put it this way, this is our last lesson of acid and base before we start assessing it. Okay? So, what we need to remember that there are three reactions. Let's just quickly repeat that. Okay? There's a reaction between metal and acid, which gives us hydrogen and salt. There's a reaction between acid and metal oxide or hydroxide, which give us, again, salt, but now with water instead of hydrogen. And then there's the third reaction where we are reacting acid and metal carbonate, which we're getting our water, we're getting our salt, we're also getting carbon dioxide. Okay, so now a question we like to put in the test, and especially now when it's online, probably you will see even more than that, is working backward. Okay, so if in the last lesson I gave you the reactants, you need to figure out what's the product. Now I'm working backward. I give you product, you got to work out the reactants. Okay, and this time, because the last lesson I just did simple reaction, now I'm doing word reactions. Okay, word equations. In the test you'll get both. Sometimes you'll have the word and sometimes you have symbol. You need to work with both. So, water, carbon dioxide, calcium phosphate. Straight away you see carbon dioxide, you know it's my third reaction. So you know you need to get here an acid and a metal carbonate. Okay, acid and a metal carbonate. Which acid and which metal carbonate? Okay, so I'm just going to actually write carbonate to finish. Okay, so it's going to be some kind of metal carbonate. So I'm taking, a magnifying glass, and I'm looking for the metal. Where is the metal? Oh, calcium is the metal. Okay, so I'm going to write calcium carbonate. Calcium carbonate. See, it's actually quite easy. As long as you know you need to get a metal carbonate, then you will find your metal there. Calcium carbonate. Okay, and then acid. Okay, well, what acid? Okay, so we're taking our magnifying glass and looking for the acid. Where is the acid going to be here? Now, it doesn't say acid, but it will be a part of the acid we know. What acids do we know? Okay, always very important to remember. Maybe I'll write it down if I have place here. And I write, you'll be able to see. Okay, let's write down all the acids. Okay, now I've got HCl, which is hydrochloric acid. Can you see it? Yeah, HCl. I've got H2SO4, which is sulfuric acid. I've got H3PO4, which is phosphoric acid. And the last one is HNO3, which is nitric acid. So again, I'm looking for clue. Okay, I've got phosphate. Phosphate is coming from phosphoric acid. So that will be your answer, phosphoric acid. Phosphoric acid. Okay, I think it's worthwhile when you're doing a test, write down all the acids there so you remember. Okay, let's move on to the next. Actually, I wanted to write it too. Okay, hydrogen, sodium nitrate. Okay, so we got our salt. We're always going to get our salt, but we got hydrogen. So that needs to tell us, okay, we're working with our first reaction, metal and acid. Okay, so what metal are we looking around? Okay, here we go. Here's the metal, sodium. It's just one metal there. Okay? Sodium. What acid is it? Let's have a look. Oh, nitrate. Where does nitrate come from? Nitric acid. Okay, so sodium with nitric acid. Now, some of you might have noticed that usually I think I wrote the nitric acid plus the metal afterwards. It doesn't matter which order you write it. Okay? Doesn't matter. Right, moving on. Magnesium sulfate, which are salt, and water. Okay, so that's a neutralization reaction, but there's no carbon dioxide, so it's our first neutralization reaction. In other words, reaction number 2. Reaction between an acid and metal oxide or hydroxide. So, what will be the acid? Let's start with finding the acid. Water, magnesium, sulfate. Okay, what acid is that? Correct, sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid. Okay, between us. A secret, don't tell anyone. It's a little bit fun, isn't it? It's kind of fun. I don't know. Anyway, sulfuric acid. Okay. and we're reacting that sulfuric acid with a metal oxide or hydroxide. So where's the metal? Not a problem, magnesium. Okay? So magnesium is the metal, and we are reacting with the acid with metal oxide or hydroxide. So you can write now magnesium hydroxide or magnesium oxide. There is no way to know which one is the correct. They're both correct. So it's fine. So let's just write magnesium oxide just for the sake of it. Okay, magnesium oxide. Okay, now the last reaction, again I get water and a salt, beryllium chloride. So obviously it's the same kind of reaction. It's a reaction between the acid, which I can see chloride, that comes from hydrochloric. So that's hydrochloric acid. Okay. And a metal oxide or metal hydroxide. So because we wrote an oxide there, let's do a hydroxide in this case, okay? But both will be fine. What is the metal? Beryllium, okay? So it's going to be beryllium hydroxide. Again, if you wrote beryllium oxide here or you wrote magnesium hydroxide, it's absolutely fine. Okay, we've done it. Okay, so I'm giving you a lot of work underneath these videos to practice. The name of the game is to practice. And if you don't get it, call me. Let me know, okay? We'll go over it because after this, we're going to do a couple of assessments, okay? Anything I need to add? There's a lot of memory here. There is a lot of memory. And I did tell you, all this chemistry chapter is probably on the harder bit of science this year. But we have to give you an idea what science looks like in grade 10 and onwards, okay? Name of the game is communication, guys. If you don't understand something, ask me, okay? Have a lovely day, and I'll see you around.